You know, I need breaks when trying to come up with ideas for this YouTube channel, so icebergs probably explains why I do them even though they might not make a good amount of views. In today's video, I'm talking about the ultimate Disney iceberg. Yes, anything controversial, dark, and hidden from Disney will be discussed in this iceberg, so please enjoy yourselves. As from Walt Disney to deaths in their theme parks will be discussed in this iceberg. There is no iceberg chart because what I did is I gathered these iceberg charts. I'll leave the links to the description, and here we only talk about like the big Disney movies and anything outside of Disney, like the theme parks, any news with the company, stuff like that. Stuff like Disney XD, the Disney Channel, will be discussed in another iceberg, potentially, wink wink. So with all that being said, let's just get started with this video. Walt Disney is the creator behind the Walt Disney Company. He became a pioneering figure in the entertainment industry, creating the world's first animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Despite his accomplishments, Disney's legacy has been marred by controversy regarding his views on race, labor relations, and many others, which have become a subject of public debate over years. Disney's live-action remakes such as The Lion King and Aladdin have garnered mixed reactions. While some audiences appreciate the updated visuals and star-studded casts, others criticize them for lacking the charm and originality of the animated. Make-A-Wish Foundation is a non-profit organization that grants the wishes of children with critical illnesses. Disney has long been involved with Make-A-Wish, hosting events at their theme parks and helping to make dreams come true. However, Disney's involvement with the charity has drawn attention due to the company's corporate practices, like that one time where this guy wanted to get a tombstone for his kid that was stylized in a Spider-Man theme, but was told by Disney to not do it as it does not follow company policy. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a 1988 live-action animated film that blends classic Disney characters with those from other studios, like seeing Mickey Mouse and Roger Rabbit or Donald Duck and Daffy Duck being together. It just feels so surreal. And while being a success, a lot of copyright laws basically doesn't lead them to doing another sequel or another basically animated film in this style. Over the years, Disney has acquired several prominent companies. Companies like Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and 21st Century Fox are acquisitions that have expanded Disney's influence across various entertainment sectors, solidifying its dominance in the global entertainment market. In 2020, the live-action adaptation of Mulan sparked controversy due to the film's filming being located in Xinjiang, China, which was linked to human rights abuses, as well as the film's political statements. The controversy further fueled debates on Disney's ethical responsibilities in making political sensitive content. The Florida Project is a 2017 film set near Disney World. It explores the lives of families living in motels on the outskirts of the theme park. It contrasts the fairy tale image of Disney with the harsh realities of life for many working class families. The Discovery Zone was once a popular chain of indoor play centers. Discovery Zone catered to children and their families, offering an interactive experience. But due to the rise of other chains, it was later shut down in 1999. Disneyland is a home of a sizable feral cat population that helps control the park's rodent population. These cats are cared for by employees and have become a part of the park's hidden quirky charm. 30 Steps from a Garbage Can refers to the rumor 30 steps from a garbage can near Disney parks. It allegedly tied to secret spots where employees or others are said to dispose of trash or engage in off-time activities. The Cinderella Suite is a secretive, exclusive hotel room inside Disney World's Cinderella Castle. Guests are typically selected for special occasions, and access is highly coveted. Hidden Mickeys are small, subtle representation of Mickey Mouse incorporated into designs of Disney parks and resorts. Filmation Suite was a key animation studio behind iconic cartoons, but it was involved in a lot of legal battles with Disney over animation techniques and copyright infringement, which led to its demise in 1989. Mighty Ducks of Anaheim is originally a hockey team named after Disney's The Mighty Ducks film franchise. The Anaheim Ducks are a staple of professional hockey and NHL. In response to the approaching expiration of Mickey Mouse's copyright, the US government passed the Mickey Mouse Protection Act, which extended the copyright duration, ensuring Disney retains control over its most iconic character. Phantom Blot is a classic Disney antagonist who has appeared in various comic strips and stories. He is often portrayed as a dark and mysterious villain, embodying the eerie side of Disney storytelling. Disney Plus orientation adaptation has been critiqued for its handling of LGBTQ content, with accusations of either censoring or underrepresenting such themes in its films and shows. Minnie Moo is a cow that resided at Disney's Animal Kingdom, known for her distinct spot patterns and being part of the park's efforts to integrate animals into the Disney experience. Disney pin trading began in 1999 as an interactive experience at Disney theme parks, where guests could collect and exchange limited edition pins with other visitors and cast members. These pins often featured beloved Disney characters, attractions, or events, and have become collectibles and are even resold online. The activity has fostered a dedicated community of collectors, some of whom focus on rare pins, making pin trading a long-standing tradition. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was one of Walt Disney's first animated characters before Mickey Mouse. Created in 1927, Oswald was a popular character but was lost in contractual dispute. In 2006, though, Disney regained the rights, allowing Oswald to reappear in modern Disney media, including the Epic Mickey video game. Disney theme parks often give guests free commemorative buttons to celebrate milestones like birthdays, anniversaries, or first-time visits. These buttons are worn by guests, allowing cast members and others to recognize and celebrate with them. Manhole covers are that some Disney theme parks have a custom-designed manhole covers that feature characters, attractions, or symbols. These covers are often overlooked but have become a hidden treasure for people that love going to Disney. At certain times of year, particularly around Halloween, Disney parks host villain-themed events and meet and greets where iconic Disney villains take center stage. The Mad Tea Party Cups are a spinning teacup ride inspired by Alice in Wonderland. Disco Yeti is a fan-given nickname for the animatronic Yeti on the Expedition Everest ride in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Originally intended to move dramatically, the animatronic stopped working shortly after installation and now remains stationary. The reason it's called Disco Yeti is because it's illuminated by a strobe light effect, thus earning its Disco Yeti moniker. So apparently there is a catchphrase that became popular due to a fan rumor that Disney park employees playing Toy Story characters would fall to the ground as if lifeless when someone shouted, "Andy's coming." Mr. One-Way is a well-known Disneyland ghost story. Supposedly the spirit of a man who died on the Space Mountain ride. According to urban legends, he appears as a friendly figure, chatting with guests in line before vanishing. Platform Delta is a rumored to be a backstage area within Disney World's Epcot, used for secret or restricted operations, though not much is known. Snow White Dies refers to this morbid detail involving the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Dark Ride, where the final scene originally ended ambiguously, leading some to believe Snow White might have died. Reports have circulated of guests bringing cannabis edibles into Disneyland's Tomorrowland, especially with the legalization of cannabis in some areas. The new Mickey Mouse Club launched in 1980s. It was an original reboot of the 1950s variety show featuring young talent. This version is infamous because it helped launch careers of several young child celebrities, including Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and Ryan Gosling, just to name a few. Journey into Imagination is an iconic epic of attractions featuring figments, a purple dragon symbolizing creativity. The ride has undergone several redesigns, sparking nostalgia and controversy among fans. Chanticleer was an unproduced Disney film project inspired by a French folktale about a rooster. The idea was ultimately abandoned in favor of other projects, such as The Sword in the Stone, but remains a fascinating what-if. The Pirates of Caribbean rides at Disneyland and Disney World are rumored to feature real human skulls. When the attraction was initially built, realistic-looking skulls were difficult to produce, so actual human remains were reportedly being used. Over time, Disney replaced most with replicas, but some fans believe they have found a few genuine-looking skulls. Plain Crazy was one of the earliest Mickey Mouse cartoons, created before Steamboat Willie. Despite being Mickey's debut, it initially failed to gain traction without synchronized sound, leading Steamboat Willie to become Mickey's first big hit. There's an urban legend stemming from a controversy moment in the original VHS cover art of The Little Mermaid, where one of the spires on King Triton's castle allegedly resembles a penis. Disney later changed the artwork in re-releases. Created in 1920 by Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks, the Alice comedies combined live action and animation and featured a young girl named Alice in cartoon worlds. Urban Explorers Blackmail refers to Disney parks have attracting urban explorers, people who explore off-limit areas, some of whom have allegedly used their knowledge to blackmail Disney for privileges and benefits. Victory Through Air Power was a 1943 Disney film supporting strategic aerial bombings in World War II. It was a departure from Disney's usual fare, blending animation with live action to advocate military tactics. An infamous scene in The Lion King shows Simba flopping onto the ground, releasing a cloud of dust that some viewers claim spells out the words sex. Inhumans was a Marvel series produced after Disney's acquisition of Marvel. This was intended to be a major franchise, but was ultimately a critical and commercial failure. The flop became a cautionary tale of how even Disney's Marvel adaptations could miss the mark. Disney Quest was an indoor theme park and arcade concept launched in 1998. In Disney World's Downtown Disney, it promises a futuristic entertainment experience. But with Disney Quest struggling with high costs and declining interest, it was closed in 2017. Apparently, at Disney's Animal Kingdom, there were rumors circulating that in the early days, Disney served emu meat at the restaurant, potentially shocking guests who associated emus with Animal Kingdom's conservative themes. During the pandemic, Disney faced allegations of downplaying COVID-19 cases in the parks to maintain operation, as well as concerns about insufficient safety measures for guests and staff. In 1970, a group of young political activists known as the Yippies planned a protest at Disneyland to voice anti-establishment sentiments. Disney temporarily closed the park due to concerns about the demonstration, but the event has since become an iconic moment in the park's history. Disney owns an undeveloped land in Texas, which has fueled speculation about a possible Texas-based theme park. Despite fans' hopes, Disney has not announced plans to expand there, leaving the land's purpose a mystery and a point of fan interest. Timo Supremo was an early 2000s animated Disney show about kid superheroes, notable for its unique art style and focus on young heroes. Despite its short run, the series maintains a small fan base. Kingdom Hearts is a Disney and Square Enix crossover game. It has a complex and often confusing storyline that connects Disney worlds with original characters. Fans have extensively debated and analyzed the game's plot, placing together a coherent narrative from its sprawling, sometimes contradictory storyline. There is a theory saying that Fantastic Four from 2015 was a critical and financial disaster that it led to the failure of 20th Century Fox, which eventually led to Disney's acquisition. Due to comparisons between Winnie the Pooh and Chinese leader Xi Jinping, Chinese authorities restricted depictions of Pooh within the country, including Disney's animated version, with it gaining an amass amount of memes because of this. Toon News was a segment of House of Mouse that humorously reported on events in Disney's universe. While the concept never became a standalone show, it remains a fondly remembered part of the House of Mouse series. The Search for Mickey Mouse was a proposed movie project for Mickey's 75th anniversary. It was intended as a grand adventure featuring various Disney characters. However, the project was scrapped, leaving fans to wonder what the film could have been. During World War II, Disney produced propaganda films, including cartoons aimed at educating and motivating Americans. These shorts show Disney's direct involvement in the war effort, a lesser known but historically significant chapter in Disney's filmography. The Adventures of Prince Ahmed is a 1926 German animated film by predating Disney's features and notables as one of the first animated feature films. Disney later credited the movie's innovative use of silhouette animation as influential in the art of animation. The New Warriors was a Marvel series announced in 2017. It features a lot of young superheroes, and despite initial fan interest and a pilot being filmed, the project was ultimately scrapped with no clear reason given. In the late 1990s, Disney released a Tarzan toy that created controversy due to its certain jerking motion that made when pulling a string, which some parents found inappropriate. Known as Black Sunday, the chaotic opening day of Disneyland in 1955 featured serious issues like overcrowding, rides breaking down, and a shortage of refreshments. This day has become infamous in Disney's history. There was set to be a directed-video sequel to Dumbo called Dumbo 2, set to explore Dumbo's friends and a new adventure, but it was later cancelled before production due to changing priorities at Disney. Treasure Planet 2 was a sequel to Treasure Planet, which was at once in development with a new villain and storyline, but it was cancelled after the underperformance of the original film at the box office. Black Centaur refers to in Disney's Fantasia, there's a Centaurette character called Sunflower with a black centaur maid. It was cut from later releases due to the racist stereotypes associated with her character. Kingdom of the Sun was a film that was the original concept for what eventually became The Emperor's New Groove. It initially followed a darker, more serious plot inspired by The Prince and the Pauper, but extensive rewrites and production issues led to a complete overhaul. Released in 1946, Song of the South remains one of the Disney's most controversial films due to its portrayal of race and romanticization depictions of post-Civil War South. The movie has never been released on home video in the US, and Disney largely keeps it out of circulation due to its problematic content. In 1977, animated film The Rescuers, in a background image of a topless woman appeared in 2 frames. Disney issued a recall of the home video release once the image was discovered, though it remains a strange part of Disney's trivia. Fans have speculated that Max from a Goofy movie could actually be Goofy Jr., a possible nod to older cartoons where Goofy had a son of the same name. Disney's 2000s film Dinosaur is often excluded from the official canon of Disney animated classics. Its unique blend of CGI and live-action backgrounds makes it a standout, though it's not formally listed with other Disney animated films. The Reluctant Dragon was a 1941 Disney film that offered a behind behind-the-scenes look at Disney's animation process. After Disney acquired Miramax in the 1990s, the company technically owned Pulp Fiction and other mature films. This odd overlap has become a joke amongst fans. Marvel's Most Wanted was a proposed spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., following characters Bobby Morse and Lance Hunter. Despite fan interest, the series never made it past the pilot stage, adding to the list of scrapped TV projects. There are multiple stories of guest injuries or deaths at the Haunted Mansion attraction. Though they're often exaggerated or fabricated, these urban legends contribute to the spooky allure of the ride and add a layer of mystery. In 1974, Deborah Gale Stone tragically died at the America Sings attraction at Disneyland after getting caught between rotating walls. Disney once planned a West Coast version of Epcot called Westcott, which would have been built in Anaheim. Financial issues and local pushback caused the project to be cancelled, but concept art and plans still circulate online. Disneyland and other California businesses are required by Proposition 65 to notify visitors of exposure to chemicals known to cause cancer. Signs warning guests can be seen around the park, though some find them incongruous with the park's magical atmosphere. Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter was a now defunct Disney attraction that terrified visitors with its intense special effects and frightening storyline. It became known for being unusually scary for Disney standards. The surreal visuals and nonsensical narrative in Disney's Alice in Wonderland has often been associated with drug culture. While unintentional, the movie's imagery has contributed to the public's perception of Alice as a symbol of psychedelic experience. Music Land is a 1935 silly symphony short film that personifies music notes in a Romeo and Juliet style story. Though lesser known, it's appreciated by animation enthusiasts for its creative visual storytelling and orchestral elements. Disney's early films like Dumbo and Peter Pan contain racist stereotypes that have left to modern scrutiny. Disney has since added content warnings to these films on Disney Plus, acknowledging their outdated cultural depictions. The movie Saving Mr. Banks highlights the challenges of adapting Mary Poppins into a film. It portrays the tension between P.L. Travers and Walt Disney, exploring Travers' personal connection to Mr. Banks as inspired by her father, which is the heart of the original book. Mickey in Vietnam is a short, unauthorized animated film from the 1960s that shows Mickey Mouse going to the Vietnam War. Created by Lee Savage and Milton Glaser, the brief anti-war cartoon is a dark and surreal featuring a traumatized Mickey, with the short becoming infamous for its bleak tone in contrast to Disney's wholesomeness. Originally, Disney's The Three Caballeros only included Donald Duck and the other two. A rumored fourth Caballero supposedly existed in early drafts but was scrapped. This Los Caballero has sparked fan theories and discussions about whether Disney ever intended for a larger Grupner regime, with Michael Eisner, Disney CEO from 1984 to 2005, being credited with both reviving and controversizing the company. Discoverland is a lesser-known area once a part of Disney parks. Discoverland was an idea to blend educational and adventure-themed attractions, but was eventually abandoned. Remnants of this concept influenced later designs in Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Madame Leota Real Science contains Madame Leota, the mystic in the Haunted Mansion, is said to have been inspired by actual seances held by Disney Imagineers while researching the supernatural. Escher's Keep is a concept for Disney parks inspired deep ending art of M.C. Escher. Escher's Keep would have featured impossible staircases and optical illusions. Although it never materialized, the idea showcases Disney's ambition to experiment with surrealism. The Black Friday reel refers to early dark footage of Toy Story shown in 1993, where Woody was portrayed as an unlikable character. Pixar retooled the film following the negative response, and the reel became a famous what-if scenario. Spectrobes was a series of sci-fi action games developed by Disney Eye for the Nintendo DS. Although it had a dedicated fanbase, the series faded into obscurity after Disney shut down its in-game division. You guys probably saw this before. During World War II, Disney created Mickey Mouse gas masks to make protective masks for children. Though they were never widely distributed, images of the mask highlighted Disney's role in wartime efforts. During production of The Black Cauldron, animators created scenes with graphic content deemed too dark for Disney's audience. In an attempt to preserve Disney's family-friendly image, a portion of the original animation cells were reportedly destroyed or lost. These lost cells have become a mystery among fans who speculate that the scenes might have been removed. Disney's 1958 documentary White Wilderness included a scene showing lemmings supposedly committing mass suicide. In reality, this behavior was staged by the filmmakers, creating a myth around lemming behavior that persists to this day. In 2012, Thomas Cleveland attempted to scale Disneyland's perimeter wall, allegedly to gain unauthorized access to the park. He was caught, and his story, while seemingly a minor incident, is cited among unusual guest escapades in Disneyland. The 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submarine attraction at Disney World closed after years of operation, with rumors suggesting a major leak was responsible. Disney ultimately cited maintenance issues for its closure, though fans continue to speculate about the leak as a factor. Epcot was originally envisioned as a city of the future with international futuristic pavilions. Over the years, several proposed pavilions such as Africa and the Soviet Union were scrapped or lost in development, leaving fans wondering what could have been. In 1994, a tragic incident occurred on Disneyland's sailing ship Columbia, where a cleat struck a guest, killing him and injuring others. The accident prompted Disney to implement additional safety measures for their attractions to prevent similar tragedies. Persistent rumors suggest an illicit Mickey Mouse sex tape exists as a part of Disney's many urban legends. Apparently, there was a party with a lot of people celebrating some sort of anniversary, with the bunch of animators going in and making the alleged sex film. After showing it to Walt Disney, he laughed it off, but after that, he fired the animators and demanded them to destroy the film. Escape from Tomorrow is a surreal horror-themed indie film shot covertly at Disney parks without permission. The film critiques Disney's corporate culture, exploring dark themes against the backdrop of Disneyland and Disney World. Its unauthorized production only adds to the cult status. Javier Cruz, a performer in a Pluto costume, died in 2004 after being struck by a parade float at Disney World. This tragic incident raised questions about the safety measurements for costume performers, leading Disney to review its protocols. There was a dark rumor that stated that someone hanged themselves at Disney in 1999. While there are documented cases of deaths at Disney parks, the alleged 1999 hanging is a largely urban legend, adding to the folklore around the tragic events at Disneyland. The Handy Manny hijack has Disney Channel viewers reporting an incident in which Handy Manny was interrupted by adult content due to a local cable provider's mistake. This mishap became infamous as one of the most bizarre technical glitches to occur on a Disneyland broadcast. Disneyland's Club 33 is a private club located in Disneyland, known for its luxurious atmosphere and celebrity guests. Membership is notoriously difficult to obtain, with long waiting lists and high fees. The exclusivity and secret nature of Club 33 makes it a topic of intrigue, and there was also a Club 21, being rumored to be even more elusive. Tragically, there have been reports of cases involving brain-eating infections from contaminated water, including a young boy's fatal encounter with a rare infection after swimming in Disney's resort. In 2016, an alligator attack claimed the life of a 2-year-old boy at Disney World Lagoon. Despite science advising against swimming, the area's natural water sources still pose unexperienced dangers, with the tragedy prompting Disney to implement additional safety precautions. Disney is sometimes rumored to be linked to Freemasonry due to Walt Disney's alleged connections with the organization. Some theories suggest Masonry symbols and imagery are subtly incorporated into Disney park designs and films, though these connections are mostly speculative. And there's also another theory stating that Disney has Illuminati ties. It is a part of a large conspiracy narrative that suggests Disney influences popular culture for nefarious purposes. These theories claim that Disney's massive reach allows for subtle manipulation of public opinion. And the last one is Disney being apparently a part of QAnon, a conspiracy group that alleges the entertainment industry is complicit in sinister activities. QAnon has targeted Disney's large influence on media, feeding into broader unfounded conspiracies about Hollywood. One of the biggest Disney myths out there is that Walt Disney's body or head was cryogenically frozen after his death, awaiting future technology that could bring him back to life, though the story has been debunked by Disney and his family. There is a Disney family cemetery located in California where many members of the Disney family, including Walt, are buried. While it's not open to the public, the cemetery holds an aura of mystery, especially for the fans intrigued by Disney's legacy. Michael Eisner, former Disney CEO, is rumored to have been blackmailed during his tenure. Although no concrete evidence exists, such stories arise from Eisner's turbulent leadership period, which involved public conflicts and private controversies from his sexual misconduct. And finally, Nobody Dies at Disney refers to a persistent myth that claims that Disney goes to great lengths to ensure that no one is declared dead on Disney property, even going so far as to transport injured individuals off-site before pronouncing dead. Though debated, this urban legend ties into Disney's desire to maintain a happy and safe atmosphere within its parks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the iceberg. This one was very long, very tedious to talk about. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, like and comment. Maybe we'll do a Cartoon Network one, maybe. And if you didn't, tell me why and what I should do next. With that being said, it was nice seeing you guys. Bye.